Hi, my friends, and welcome. I am actually not at the center today, which is why you are seeing me in a different setting, completely not makeup and camera ready, but that is okay. So happy Tuesday, y'all. I hope you had a nice day off. If you were working yesterday because you work in a school, wonderful. I had the privilege of working with a number of teachers in Bergen County at Northern Highlands High School. We did a lot of mindfulness work, and Upper Saddle River will be continuing by offering my Everyday Mindfulness for Schools class. So I hope that things are going well with your January resolution or your plan to start to develop a healthier relationship with your phone. I, for one, have noticed that since last week when we made all of those changes from putting everything into folders on my desktop and making everything black and white and sort of not as stimulating, I have noticed that it is not as exciting and not as fun to be using my phone. So that has definitely cut down on my use. So if you didn't get a chance, go back and watch the other videos so that you can catch up. So today we're going to be talking about ways to change your physical environment in order to develop a healthier relationship with your device, okay? Because if you go just about anywhere, out in the world, into schools, in public places, outside, you will see almost every person, young and old, with a phone in their hand. It is a little alarming when you walk into a building and that's all you see is the top of people's heads. There even is a term called tech neck that we are suffering from, and chiropractors are helping us with because we are so used to doing this and having our head down in our devices. So something to be aware of. So how are we going to set up our physical environment in order to have a healthy relationship with our phone? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to set a bedtime for our phone, okay? We're going to set a bedtime and actually have a place that we can put it to bed. So choosing a family charging station, maybe in the den or in your kitchen, not in your bedroom, a place where you can all plug in your devices is a really wonderful option. They make all kinds of charging decks and docks, or you can just plug the thing into the wall. But make a decision as to where you want to put your phone to bed. And then at least a half an hour before your own bedtime, you're going to put your phone to bed. Plug it in and then pretend that it's a landline. So you can turn the ringer on. I know I told you to turn all your notifications off, but you can turn your ringer on, and if people need to reach you in the evening or once you've put your phone to bed, your phone will actually ring. Like actually ring, because people will call the number rather than text you or send you a message. So this first way that we're going to help set up our physical environment, and I am right on board with you too, I'm already thinking about where I'm going to make this charging station, is to set a bedtime for your phone, a certain time where your phone goes to bed and a place where you can put it. Now, you might say, oh, but Jenny, I use my phone as my alarm clock. Well, guess what? That is not a great plan, and we're going to start to think about ways we can not do that. So you may have to go back to old school ways of using an actual alarm clock. And they make some beautiful alarm clocks these days because they're not very expensive, because not many people use them because everyone's using their phones. So if you pick a nice, beautiful alarm clock for your bedside table, I promise you, it will pay off, because as soon as that alarm goes off, what do? We pick up the phone, we are laying in bed, just opened our eyes, and already we're getting inundated with information. So bedtime for the phone, pick a spot, get a charging dock and an actual alarm clock. Number 2, start discriminating, okay? Start discriminating. What do I mean by that? It is time to put the boundaries up, my friends, and stop bringing our phones into the bathroom. Okay, this is not only very unhygienic, it is just disturbing that we have become individuals who bring phones into the restroom, into public restrooms, into our own restrooms. Let's just play around with the idea of not having a phone in our hands when we are in the bathroom. Okay, it's very dirty and it's really not okay. So if you need to play Yahtzee while you're on the potty, then go back to those little handheld Yahtzee games. I think my mom still has one. Or do the crossword puzzles in an actual book. Okay, so let's set some phone-free zones like the bathroom, like the kitchen table, the dinner table. Okay, this is an issue for many, many families that I work with. Their children find that they need to be on their phones or have their phones around all the time, as do the parents. So see if you can set a few phone-free zones. Maybe the bedroom is a phone-free zone. Maybe the bed to start with is a phone-free zone. You're not bringing cell phones into the bed. So decide what those zones are for you in your household and set them. Now, my third tip here is if you're a person who is scrolling when you are laying in bed in the morning, or you're scrolling when you're laying in your bed in the evening, then it's important that you replace this scrolling behavior with something else. So maybe you want to read an actual book at night for 5-10 minutes before you fall asleep. Or maybe you want to treat yourself to a really yummy piece of chocolate. So set yourself up for success by, instead of having your phone there physically on your table next to your bed, put your magazine there, put your book there, put your chocolate there, put your water there, put whatever it is that you're going to replace the behavior with there in the spot where your phone was, because it is very difficult to just cut a behavior out without replacing it with a more proactive, pro-social behavior. Okay, so my 3 tips for you for reorganizing your physical space: set a phone bedtime and choose a spot where you're putting your phone and your devices to bed. Start discriminating. Please think about letting go of this practice of bringing phones into the bathroom and letting go of this practice of having phones at the dinner table or in your bed. Okay? And thirdly, replace your scrolling behavior with a different behavior. If we don't replace the behavior, it is very hard to change it. Just lastly, a couple of quick announcements. What I want to tell you. So the first Wednesday of February coming up, I will be doing my guided meditation and discussion at the Artist Collective in Westwood. So please come to that. You can sign up right under the events on my Facebook page or right here on the website. I also have 2 events coming up in March. A parent talk on ADHD is coming up at the Fusion School in Englewood. And the next day, I believe, I have another event, which I haven't really posted about just yet, at the Valley Hospital, again, talking with a group that supports interventions for ADHD. So keep on the lookout for that. Please excuse the fact that I have no makeup on and I'm a complete hot January mess, and I'm not at my office today, but that's okay. I wanted to come in and say hi and hang out with you guys because I missed you yesterday. So enjoy these moments, enjoy life without your phone in the bathroom, and let me know how it goes. All right? Take good care.